the silence.
Says he's
Hello.
Welcome to episode 23 of the Rule Slayers podcast. I don't know who's doing announcements today.
It's a surprise to us.
I do.
Who?
It's Liz and Molly because
Okay.
I don't sound up to the task.
You actually sound normal, really. Maybe a little.
I just saw Anna.
Oh yeah, your door's open and we all just saw your wife walk by.
No, you didn't.
Cameo.
We really did.
You saw a
But
shadow.
okay, sure.
Oh, that door doesn't shut, by the by. It just-
Oh, fun.
There she is. Goodbye.
We did.
She can't hear you. I have
hear you.
headphones on.
Hi, friend. Bye. Okay.
We haven't played in a month. It's great.
Everyone just screamed in my
Right next to
ears.
the episode.
Seamless.
We're ready to play this.
We know we're doing.
I'll do the announcements if y'all are all
No, you
cowards.
You absolutely will not. I will do the announcements before I allow you to do the announcements. I will burn my voice out on announcements.
You,
Do it.
You really want us to do them? Are you
Yes,
saying
I do, because I don't feel great.
Fine.
Okay. Socials. What socials we have?
We have the Instagram and the Twitter and the do we have a Facebook?
Yeah.
We have oh my gosh.
We are happy.
And the Discords.
Join the Discord.
That's our favorite one.
We spend lots of silly times there, and it's really the only social media that I personally do. So you get a lot of random stuff in there,
That's true. All of her social media
That's it.
energy is
That's all I got.
into the Discord.
which I really prefer.
Big
It's
Zach
excellent.
energy.
You should, yeah. That's my personal energy is not really the same as Zach's energy,
Not at
which
all.
is good.
Yeah.
I don't know if we
Which is
want
good.
true Zach energy.
Probably not.
Awesome.
What about these guys? We got these guys.
We have minis, which are from
Oh,
Eldritch
This
Foundry.
one actually isn't.
Mine isn't
but
either.
Some of them are.
This one is. Yeah.
There we go. Little
You
baby
can
word.
make
So that one. Ah.
beautiful minis,
Yeah.
match personalizing, and there's a discount code, which is
Roll Slayers.
Roll
at
Slayers
checkout.
at
For 15%
checkout.
off.
that.
Mm-hmm.
y'all are doing
Have you
great.
ever actually gone on Eldritch Foundry
Yes.
to play? It is very fun.
Yeah, I started to make one for
that
my
dragon
last-
board? Oh no.
No. Oh yeah, maybe I
amazing.
made a dragon board for my kid, but I didn't buy it. we just made it.
Played with it. It's fun too.
Yeah.
I'll print it for you. It's like $2 to get the STL file.
It is.
Well,
Because you
it's
can
very
get
cheap.
STL files or have minis printed.
And you can get 15% more off at checkout with the code Roll Slayers.
Ta-da! We have music
Yeah, we do.
that Tyler plays for our backgrounds,
Yep.
such as and like
Hayden's
Beyond
giving y'all a
Skyrim,
look.
Skyrim, Celestial Aeon Project, Short Halt.
There you go. Got
I've
it.
never seen written out, and Sirenscape.
Oh. Hayden's about to lose a job.
Great
Not even
for
one.
sound effects.
Yeah. They're the
And
Slider Kings.
yep, we love them, and they make our moods for the game.
Tyler's actually been using them lately a little bit.
Yeah, kinda.
Once or twice.
We like you guys. I just forget to use you. But we like you.
But we talk about you every time.
Yes,
even
we
when
do.
it's really hard.
And we don't really have to, but I like to. So. Last but not least, World Anvil.
That's not last.
It's not.
What's not last? What's
We have a Patreon.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Apparently, we're not going to talk about that anymore. So,
Well, Hayden has yet to put anything on it.
Oh, never mind this.
Give
We
me the
don't have a
login right
Patreon.
now. Send it to me.
Okay, I'll message it to
Every
you.
time, I'm going to nag them like the day after a session to just do the thing so that
Or
the
just
Patreon is
right
fine.
after-
I don't know why he doesn't just send it to me.
I need sticky notes.
My DMs are open for this specifically.
But only that.
for one kind of business.
I'll have to figure out what the login
Oh
is.
my gosh.
Y'all keep going.
That is it, right?
We can
What's
build.
our Patreon, Tyler?
At patreon.com/rollslayers.
What's the one that has PFX in it?
World Amble.
I'm like, there's one of
The
these.
XF.
Oh.
worldamble.pxf.io/ruleslayers.
That's the one.
And you can build your world there.
You have any fun World Animal Nuggets for us today, Tyler?
Give us a nugget.
I don't have any
A
nuggets.
little chicken nugget, maybe some fries and a frosty
You
to go
can
with.
intricately create a chicken nugget supply chain in World Amble
Get the man
where
some Wendy's.
you figure out
Super useful.
the economy of your world and where the chickens live,
Maybe.
how quickly they can get from one place to another if they need to be
Which
shipped
is
live.
Very slow.
slow. Chickens are slow.
Oh no, I mean
Fantasy world,
transported.
all the birds
All the
are
birds
so
are
birds
slow.
so
Imagine how slow a chicken has to be.
Slower than walking humans.
Oh my God. And with that, let's get into tonight's episode. Now I gotta find the freaking password to this thing.
So
Yeah,
really
you
great
should.
job, everyone. Good work.
Great job.
Great work.
This was a
Good
great
collaboration.
intro there.
It only took 5 people and Hayden to replace Hayden.
I don't know where my settings are. I don't even know what
We're all
email
feeling a little
I
more
used.
appreciative after this.
Oh, settings.
Molly did almost all of it by herself.
Yeah, she did
And given
great.
that I've only done it, that was the only time. I mean,
I'd be
I feel great
giving
about
you
myself.
props for that, but you've been listening to the same ad reads since 2021.
me?
So, no, Liz
Oh.
has.
I don't even know where my email is on here.
Or 2022, I guess. Is that right?
It's like 2021.
No, it was 2021.
I don't know. You don't get
It was,
it.
yeah.
That's
It
weird
was,
too.
Good.
Where's the chicken nuggets come from?
Why don't we get into the game? So, last our game left off, the party arrived in Nogbuz, confronted the council about the problem of the cult of the Eyeless, and were given temporary rights within the city, although not full rights. After a bit of conversation with both Falosh and then later Drilla Warmother, one of the council members, the party was given a task of sorts by Drilla to investigate her fellow council members who have been all acting strangely in different manners. With this in mind, the party made their way first to get a permit to stay at Falosh's home, then up onto the Hound's Tooth, the kind of outcrop temple complex where they investigated Ilzine Uldurin, the half-elf priest of Kenai Temple. Conversations were had with trees, animals were skinned and processed, food was had, and they made their way back down to Falosh's house before, spur of the moment, some of the groups splitting off, going into the city before a long rest. With Mert and Zai tailing Yaz after a barroom brawl, and with Leaf and Ori having a tense conversation about Leaf's identity and trust before attending a tavern where they met with one of the keepers of Tolbaz College of Sorcery. Eventually, the party made their way back, had a kind of a conversational, quiet evening before taking a long rest. And I believe that's where we leave off. Is there anything we'd like to do before bedding down for the evening?
Before bedding down?
As night creeps into this valley nestled within hills. Each of you finds sleep. In the night, Mert, you awaken. Groggily at first, but there's this tingling sensation in the back of your head. Almost like your hair's like raising up on your arm. Something's not quite right. And a voice creeps into the back of your mind. Mert, you have been a good friend to our brother. We like you.
Can Mert respond to that?
Do not like.
Don't know.
I mean, I guess like the immediate thoughts that go through Mert's head are like, who? A cross between like, who are you? Who's your brother?
We are Snip. We are bound to our brother Leaf.
So now Mert's next thought, and maybe not in his voice, but like, wait, Leaf has a brother?
Yes. We would like to make an accord with you.
What does the word accord mean? I'm still new at common.
Deal.
Oh, deal. Yeah, I'm familiar with those.
We would like you to protect Leaf with your life.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty used to protecting stuff with my life. That's not unusual.
In return, we will make sure that you do not perish.
Not perishing sounds like a good deal.
We do not trust these others, but you are simple, easy to understand.
Well, I mean, I trust the others. We do more better together.
They hide many secrets. They will betray us. Betray you. Betray Leaf.
I don't know about that.
You must protect Leaf even from them if necessary. In this accord.
Well, we'll see about that. You know, the hobgoblins told us not to trust the voices coming in our heads.
Could I have you make I believe a wisdom save for me, please?
Do not like.
How can you do this?
Soft 20.
Okay. What are your surface thoughts? You do feel an oppressive force into your mind, probing.
Mert's surface thoughts are mostly just, this is weird, but I guess this is what the hobgoblins meant when they said there are weird voices that come into your head sometimes.
Okay. The push stops, and you almost feel like this satisfied, for lack of a better term, a mental smirk before the presence recedes. You're able to fall back into slumber if you like.
Cool.
Hayden, you wake up with one spell slot missing from the lowest level.
That's not fair.
Nope, it's not. The rest of you.
The thing is that he's so creepy with that weird voice, but his name is Snap.
Good old Snape. He's just a little guy.
Just a little
He was a little guy when he heard the name Snip, and then something else happened.
And turned into Snap. The rest of you don't experience any brain tinglies over the course of your long rest and wake refreshed.
No brain tinglies from me, please.
A new dawn.
Appreciate.
A new day.
V says I
A
think
new
probably
life.
should get up like pre-dawn and head outside.
Okay. Are you just kind of processing booting up for the day? Or do you have
He's
an
actually
intent?
redoing his clay markings. So early in the morning, he would get up, probably like wet a piece of cloth on the dew on any piece of grass, finish rubbing off like whatever kind of worn or smeared clay lines from like their last week or so of travel, and then using the kind of like black, rich but also kind of ashy, mossy soil from the faded timberland. He's gonna wet that and make a new clay paste and kind of redo the lines and markings on his face and arms.
Same markings, or are you changing things up?
Slightly different pattern. So he'll probably like take note of like as the morning sunlight is coming up, he'll catch like the last bits of like constellations that are visible and be inspired by some of those in just like this either time of year or this part of the globe.
Can I get a perception check for me? Or a history check, whichever you prefer, or nature?
Since he's just looking up and gazing at the stars, I think I'm going to take perception. So that is going to be 20.
First, nothing really bothers you as you're looking up, kind of marking certain constellations, certain points. But then as you start to look at your arms, you'd kind of sense something is off. You double check the morning, you double check, yes, it's late spring. The month of Lylan Dragos is coming to an end. These stars aren't right. They've somehow shifted. The constellations are off. Some of the pieces are too far. Some are too short. Just slightly, but you notice it.
Yeah. Fully unnerved, Visa is going to like adjust the like inspired, like constellation inspired lines to match the present day sky.
Okay. You're gonna kind of keep a record of this on your
Yeah.
markings.
Just so where he might see like, you know, a rough artistic shape, he would make like a geometric approximation in his lines.
Cool. Okay. The rest of you come to consciousness slowly.
First thing in the morning, Mert's gonna walk over to Leaf, whether he's awake or not.
Okay. Leaf, you see a tiny but somewhat menacing goblin figure kind of standing over you.
And Mert's gonna point at his head as if to signal to Leaf to establish a telepathic bond.
First thing, he's gonna establish it.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, little man?
So there was a voice that came in my head, like some in the middle of the night. He said his name was Snip, and he said he's your brother.
He said what?
This guy named Snip said he was your brother.
Did you hear that out loud, or how'd you hear that?
I kind of
Like
heard
this?
it, kind of like this, sort of toward the back of my head.
We came to an accord. You both hear in your minds.
Oh no.
I don't remember exactly striking a deal. He said he wanted to do the accord, but
Look, Merv, he's not supposed to be alive. And yet here he is, and I'm not. The first I'd ever heard from him is about a week ago. You still in there?
Yes.
Don't. Until I figure out how to deal with this, don't go talking to anybody else. Merv, don't tell a soul about this.
I
He
mean,
shouldn't. I don't know what isn't supposed to be here.
well, he wants me to protect you against anybody, and that includes maybe the rest of the party, the raiding party.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds about right. I'm more surprised that he took to trusting anyone. As this is all kind of occurring, I think that Leaf is like getting up and packing his belongings, getting ready to face the day. You know, trying to look like he's not having a mind conversation.
Appearing nonchalant.
Yeah, trying to at least.
Should I be pretending to do that too?
Yes.
Make a performance check for me, both of y'all.
Performance? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
See how well we can act.
Soft 20.
Okay.
Hey, that seems fitting.
Yep. Leaf looks like he's like putting on a shirt, but is taking way too long staring into the distance every time he's like doing a small task. It looks like he's taking a lot of mental energy from him for some reason.
All right, Mert, you're gonna hear more about this than I had hoped to share. I told you he's not supposed to be alive. He's always had something to do with how I do my magics. I don't fully understand how, but he's never spoken prior to about a week ago, and I am more ashamed to have you roped in this way than anything else.
I wonder if this is what the hobgoblins meant when they said don't trust the voices in your head.
In some capacity, maybe, but probably not exactly. Don't listen to a word he says. Don't make a deal with him.
Well,
You can deal with.
one point I'm kind of confused on. If I protect you just in the course of stuff happening to us, does that mean I agreed or?
I don't think so. I mean, here's how this goes, Mer. I think because, well, me and now you are really the only two to know he ever existed. If I go getting wiped off the map, so goes him in a sense, like his memory goes with me, right?
Interesting.
So
Yes, you must protect this vessel.
What?
You must protect this vessel that is Leaf.
Yeah, can't say I disagree on principle, but also,
What's the likelihood of convincing him that the others are also safe and trustworthy?
probably convincing me the others are safe and trustworthy.
We care not for the others, even if they are trustworthy. We would like to keep our circle small.
Just shut up. I don't want you interfering in my personal matters one bit.
I mean, this is a pretty small raiding party, all things considered.
It's true. Look, we're gonna keep this one real tight. I mean, real tight. If this gets out, I can't see good things coming our way. How about that?
It's kind of weird, so I'll probably keep quiet.
Yes, do not breathe a word, or we will make sure you don't breathe.
That sounds terrifying.
How many voices was that?
Snip.
Yes.
I mean, when I say you have some pull, clearly, but I'm still the legs around here.
Yes, we are very much aware.
So you keep everything to yourself. No more dealing with anybody else. This is the one and only time.
We agree to this. Mert is small, but capable. He will do well. He will serve
Sure,
us.
whatever. You want to make vassals, you make vassals here, but I don't want to hear from you with anybody else. We're good. All right. Okay, we're straightened out. We're in good shape for whatever this is. Sorry.
It's fine. I've been in the service of all sorts of people who didn't have my best interests in mind.
Well, you can count on me to have your best interests in mind, I guess.
I
You
mean,
sure are keeping a big secret from me now, so I guess I owe you one.
I guess with that,
Go about the rest of your day. Speaking of,
Should we collectively meet and try to decide on a course of investigative action or discuss our findings thus far?
Did we share everything last night? Like the
That's a good question.
I don't
y'all
believe you guys
discovered
really
and that you
did.
guys that Zai and Mert
'Cause you read the
discovered
guy's
from Grossy Pants and from
Let's just say you did. You all know everything.
Beef and Lori's.
Okay, great.
Unless people are withholding information.
Nope.
But
Cool.
And remind us, was it today, like this new day that we're waking up, or later that we expect to hear from the council on like us requesting to partake in commerce and
you've not really heard.
okay, alright, cool.
One of those things was processed. You're talking about the 2 requests you already made, or are you talking about like the big requests?
The 2 that we already made.
Those were both answered already. You were allowed to stay at Thalash's house. You were not allowed to engage in commerce.
Cool.
But you have no idea when or if they'll decide anything about, cult information or, like freedom of movement, like outside of the city or, whether or not you're going to be like put to death or whatever. But you were given a lot of information outside of the main through lines through Drilla's kind of covert discussion with you guys.
What's Faylash doing? Is he just like chilling, looking around at us? Did he peace out early?
He probably is munching on some breakfast and not really. I mean, you guys have free reign of the city. He doesn't have to really guide you around anymore.
Should we try to speak independently of Thalosh? He's probably fine, right? He hadn't been here a long time.
Correct.
But
At least according to him. Yeah,
We're
that seems fine.
also
His house was all
investigating.
cobwebby.
his dad for somebody else,
Hmm.
and maybe don't want to speak about that in front of him.
Yeah.
Do we want to tell him that?
Can we borrow your house?
I would not have offered information to Falash that we tailed his dad and got caught and read his mind, and I would not have let Falash be privy to any of that information. If Mert did, that's fine, but I would not have.
I assume you guys met sans Falash and discussed all of this. So you guys can again go out on the porch, talk in semi-hushed tones, and avoid.
The reason I bring all this up is you mentioned a while ago in the voice of one of the city councilors or whatever that this is a pretty well surveilled kind of city. So I would want to do it somewhat privately. You know what I mean?
Drilla did cast a dispel magic to get rid of any scrying eyes before she spoke with you. Yes.
Right. That was what it was. I think that Falash's house is probably fine, but
Yes, but if you want to do it out of earshot, you might either ask him out on the
Like
front
step
porch,
away and-
or you guys head out to the front porch or something, or just go into the adjoining bedroom or something. Point being, you guys can talk without Falash.
okay. Okay. So now we are prepared.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we going to do next?
Well, I guess talking to Mr. Falash's dad did I mean, he's not one of the Hylas, is he? From what you can tell.
I don't think so, but he was not very nice to us, so
That's
that
true.
was a little bit disappointing. He was very tough and strong, and he did not think that we were very impressive.
Didn't he have the thought where he said, "There's no way the islets are back," and his
he
thought was,
like,
"Of course they're back."
Yeah.
Yes.
But I guess it sounded like he was worried about them, not that he was.
Excited about it.
Yeah. So you probably voted.
Bitch.
That means the odd folk out is going to be Thalon, correct? That's the only one we don't know anything about.
You've not really investigated Thalar at all.
And we only know Ilsean's kind of behavior, not really his goings on.
Correct.
But his behavior is pretty sketchy.
What was his behavior again?
It's just like private meetings in the basement of his temple.
Okay, so we've got those to look out for.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
And like
That's
different
right.
hours than he used to keep.
Yeah.
And like different company than he used to keep.
A little jumpy, a little anxious.
A
Yeah.
little jumpy. Little
Like he's probably doing something. Well, who knows what it is? Maybe he's just like an affair. I don't know his life.
Well, should one of us sneak down in the bottom parts of the tree?
That's doable.
Just kind of wait there.
Okay, that is the
Good.
plan.
We could split up into pairs. Each of us tackle one of them.
What is Thalar's thing? Where does she like live or work or what's her deal?
She's a former member of the Pursuers Guild. Back before she was a council member.
The pointy teeth.
Yes, pointed teeth.
We know she hates elves.
Yeah, big time.
Well, she might be worth investigating. At risk
Okay,
of
do we
being
know
eaten.
where to like find her? What do we know about her?
That's all you really know about her.
We saw her in the meeting.
Yeah.
We could maybe like ask around or don't know, ask Drilla if maybe
Yeah.
she knows like where we could look for her. I don't know.
Do y'all have any interest in splitting up for this or no?
I mean,
I don't know.
part of me is
Should.
like definitely not. Part of me is also like we might be more successful in smaller groups.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
So it's like,
Yeah.
nope.
Just don't
kinda,
fight.
yeah.
Just get out of there.
This the thing. You just have to.
Okay,
Not
maybe
get in
I
the
can
fight.
like ask around about Thalar and like she was such a great like warrior and like pursuer and I'm looking to like buff up on my skills. Maybe I want to like find her and ask for like some training or something.
She
That's-
was
So you-
very creepy and
She was-
very.
Even for me, it was
It's
a
a
lot,
little-
it's a lot going on there with that
Yeah.
one. But I can try to do that, maybe, or I
Okay.
can just stick with you guys and sneak into the tree. That sounds.
You can do that, but I think that probably someone who has some sorts of magics ought to go with you. Zai, I don't know. I'm sure that you'd want to go with your brother on this one.
Yes, I can do that. We can go
Okay.
together.
Maybe you can try to like read her mind or whatever.
I don't know. That did not work very well last time.
That's true. That was
He got very angry. and
kind of
he
funny
did
when
not-
you tell it afterwards.
Yeah, we did not die. He did not really hurt us very much. So
He threatened to eat me, but that wasn't the first time I've been threatened to be eaten.
He did not eat you. He could have just like munched on you, but he did not. So
He was
I think
thinking about it.
maybe.
Interesting. You're still kind of trying to defend him.
So you two last night, do you know which way Yaz was going?
Oh, he was leaving the bar? I don't actually know.
He went to that military fort, right?
Yeah, it looked like he was going.
He was
home.
no, he was in the bar by the fort.
By the fort.
He like threw someone out of the bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he came out, and then we trailed him. I don't remember.
I believe
even-
I said he headed south, but that's wrong. He headed northwest.
Okay. I would have paid attention to that. But we
Northeast.
did not think, I did not think about where he was going in the moment. Like, oh, where could he be walking to?
Yeah, I figured Bert thought he was just
Northwest.
going
I'm
home.
sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry.
You want to just tell us where he was headed so we don't have to worry about directions?
Outside of town, northwest.
Outside of town, northwest.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we
I will
heard
write that
he
down.
abode outside of town.
Yes, he has several abodes throughout town and outside of town. Yes.
But if we were to know which one he was going, would we know? Or, I mean, we could ask Phalos probably, and he could probably tell us like which one he was headed to.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask Phalos all of these things if you like.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Then you would also have to tell him that you were killing his dad and using brain
Okay, yeah,
power.
that's smart. We probably ought to ask someone maybe a bit more impartial than Falosh.
We could also-
figure out where.
We could also just ask him where somebody might find Thalar.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I have a question. Because I'm not remembering right. When we went to the temple with like the banquet and stuff like that, the person we were like researching, who was that?
Ilsine Older.
Ilsine. Okay, I was like, that wasn't Thalar. Okay. Thanks.
So, bottom line, if we're splitting up, let's figure out who's going after who. If we're not splitting up, who are you guys investigating?
I think we could split up who we're investigating.
Yeah.
I could go look for business records from Gaz.
Okay.
I'm good at like investigating stuff like that, maybe.
Okay.
Like if we're searching for something, I could be pretty good at searching for something.
Orion Leaf.
Bird's pretty sneaky. He would want to like go down to the bottom of the tree and kind of find a spot to hide out and wait for.
I think Visa would also opt to go back to the tree.
Okay.
For Ilsine, right?
For Ilse.
Yeah.
The gift are on Yaz, or not on Yaz.
Feylar.
On
Feylar.
Feylar.
Creepy. She had like filed teeth and
Yeah.
like she was nasty. Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Is there anything we're asking?
My notes just say Thalar is crazy. for like what Drilla told us, like why is she suspicious? It's like, oh, Homeboy's schedule is different and Yaz has all these properties. It's weird and
She's just crazy.
Thalar's crazy. I don't.
She's just
that's not-
Wild.
She's probably the one that has nothing to do with anything.
just gotta rule her out anyway.
Any questions of Falosh or any other nearby impartial half-orcs, half-elves?
I think the thing that we just have like no context for is where to look in the city for Thalar.
Yeah.
Okay. If you ask Falosh, he'd likely say she tends to wander around and buy things from various shops within like Drugor Square. You can find her at the Pursuer's Hall pretty often, as while she's not in an official capacity pursuer anymore, she does go out on hunts quite regularly. And then taverns around the area.
Okay.
And that seemed like, what would happen if we go to the Pursuer's Hall just to like hear their stories and to, like maybe fight them and spar a little bit? But like, would they be into that? Is that not something that they would like do with outsiders?
Well, you ain't elves and you ain't humans, so.
And we also don't really like elves or humans, so we could probably have that in common.
Oh, well, I mean, sorry, I dropped a dice. You might be able to strike up some kinship there. I don't think they'd be really into fighting. They're more about the hunt.
They really don't like to spar at all, just to like stay fit.
Well, no, not really. They stay pretty fit out on the road.
This is very strange.
I mean, they're going after individuals usually that are quite dangerous, and it's more about conservation of energy, if I'm correct there. You know.
So maybe I would maybe like to learn more like tracking skills from them.
Sure. I mean, you will likely be rebuffed if you visit the Pursuer's Hall, but it's worth a shot if you're. Why are you trying to find Thalar?
Okay, wait, is this Thalar or Phalar?
Thalar.
Okay.
TH.
TH. Thalar. We all keep saying different things, and I don't know. Thalar. Got it.
Her name is Josh now. No one can mistake that.
Hello, Yosh. Yosh, can you teach me some things like how to make my teeth as pretty as yours?
Pretty sure you guys have pointy teeth.
Do we?
Yeah.
Up to you.
Unless you just want regular human teeth.
Mine are like really big chiclets. They're like big and square and weird.
Love it.
Give him a
Any other
weirdly nice smile for how lizardy he is.
bits of information we're gathering before we're heading out for the day? Okay. I'm gonna roll d4 and we'll see who's up. Thalar. So, Yith Sibs. You guys
This is bad.
head down.
It's not bad for the Gift siblings to be by themselves. I think it's a little bit bad for Molly and I to be by
I know, like,
ourselves.
I don't understand.
A true test. A true test is at hand.
I think Ron have to go with me because I don't know how to play. Tyler, what can I roll to find this person?
If you guys descend into the city proper, would you like to make either an investigation check or a persuasion check? If
Persuasion check to
Perception.
to just
I would like to roll
Imagination check.
you could roll. No, there's no way you could track a person unless you had a set of
Yeah.
prints already.
We could start by just going through the taverns or going straight to the pursuer's
What was
home.
the square? Is the morning, right?
Yes.
Probably not go to the tavern.
Drugar Square is
Maybe we
where a
go
lot
to
of
the
the markets
square.
are.
Maybe she is running her daily errands.
Is the hall a tavern or is it where they hang out?
It is
Both?
both.
But there would not be people there in the morning.
No, not likely.
Okay.
But it's also, from what you can tell, it's also kind of a way station. A lot of pursuers stay there after hunts. So while they may not be, living it up there will likely be people there. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Sure.
But she probably wouldn't be there.
I don't know.
I would probably, what spell do I have? I don't remember. Sending. I would cast sending to Drilla
Okay.
and ask her, we are going to investigate Thalar. Do you have any helpful information that we could use as we try to find her and follow her?
Nice. Good counting.
We just finished a council session. She's likely shopping out in Drugor Square, as she is wont to do.
Okay, I would relay that information to Zek that they just had a council meeting. I would not contact Drilla again. And we could maybe go look for her on the square and just shop and look at the things they have.
Okay. Drugor Square is where the House of Law and the Pit of Grievance and the Council Hall all settle, but inside the square there are multiple market stands, some small brick and mortar buildings. Make an investigation, make a persuasion, make a perception.
Persuasion?
Deception if you want to lie to people about why you're looking for her.
Just investigate.
I would probably not tell anyone that we're looking for her, but just be
investigate.
looking for her.
11.
With advantage, as you know that she's somewhere around here, likely.
11.
11.
Yay. Oh my gosh. 11.
Together it makes it 22. That's pretty good. That's a good
Luckily
roll.
for you, Thalar is not overly cautious in her movements. Rolled a 3 on stealth plus some
I rolled
things.
a 1, so.
But yeah, you spot her near one of these market stands, shopping for what seems to be knives. There's just this big knife stand, and she's testing the edge of this shorter, curved dagger, single-sided blade that is kind of wavy, curvy, like the side of a flamberge would be, which is like those wiggly swords. You know what I'm talking
Definitely know what a flamberge is. Definitely.
Just kind of testing the edge. You see her draw blood and smile and toss one of those thick coins onto the table and sheath it. She goes about other market stands. I assume you guys are kind of following it a distance.
Yeah, I might nudge Zek to go talk to her about her cool knife that she got, or maybe go up to a stand and like you're looking at the same things that she's looking at and just strike up conversation? You think you can do that?
I mean, I will try. I will do that. I will be fine. She is not intimidating at all.
I would like cast bless. Guidance. I'm sorry, guidance.
What does that do?
She can hold that, right?
What's the duration?
Last for a minute or 10 minutes?
I don't know.
I believe it's a minute, but I'll double check.
Spindles.
Wait, what are y'all casting?
Guidance.
Up to 1 minute.
Concentration up to a
Yeah.
minute.
Okay, so you cast guidance.
What is she looking at now?
She's at a small brick and mortar store. Through the glass, you can see that it is what looks to be like a leather working shop.
Okay.
She's looking at a pair of van braces. As you enter, are you entering?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of casually glances
Are
to
you
the
wearing hand
side,
braces?
I don't know what that is.
double checks. They're like,
This thing.
yeah, they're like
Oh.
bracers, kind of.
Probably not. Maybe I want some.
Maybe you want some.
Maybe you want some.
I'm wearing my really cool coat, my like
Yeah, you're
really cool studded coat with
Yeah.
my like dope boots.
Love it.
Yeah.
She glances over as you enter, looks back down, and then does a double take as you are a gift. Kind of.
So she's full orc?
Dalar is, I believe, yeah, she is just a half elf.
Oh, okay.
I believe, kind of a deep umber skin, thiod teeth. I don't think I ever gave a hairstyle to her, but it's like a mohawk braid.
Because that's what I was picturing. So.
So it's like a mohawk turned into a rat tail.
Cool.
Kind of acknowledges you as you enter and turns back. How much for these? You hear the leather worker grumble. 3. He just pulls out 3 and sets them down.
Of the like trust
Mhm.
coins?
Mhm.
We're not allowed to use those yet.
You're not,
Okay.
unfortunately. Like offhandedly as she's setting coins, mentions, or not mentions, but talks without looking at you. In the market for good leather.
Oh, yes, I am looking to upgrade some of my armor, but we do not yet have the clearance to use these the coinage. So I am just browsing, looking at the sort of pricing things out.
Yes, we
Also-
denied that. Turns and looks at you.
Oh,
Gives
okay.
kind of a grisly smile.
Oh, thank you for not keeping me in suspense.
No problem. Feel a little bit bad. How about these? Hands out the bracers to you. Prime elf skin.
Elf skin.
Cool.
Wow, that is amazing. That is very generous.
Go on, take them. I don't need them. Have plenty.
Ugh, it's gross.
You spent your whole life.
I
Trying
know,
to
hating
go
him. This is me.
So, like,
This is me, the player, not the character.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is so. Thank you very much.
Just like shoves them into your hands and pats you on the side of the shoulder and pushes past you out the door.
I will give the shopkeeper a confused look and follow her out the door.
He shrugs.
He'll tuck them in his dope coat
Okay.
and follow her out the door.
After a couple seconds of you following, you just hear an audible sigh. You're following me. Why are you following me?
I really admire what you, as the pursuers, accomplish as your trade and as your service to your people. I am curious to gain more of your skills, as I am trained as a warrior but do not have the skills of a tracker.
Stops, turns around, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
And I'll allow guidance. I know
Can
it's
I-
definitely passed,
yeah.
but it's fine. I don't care.
That was a very quick exchange in the store.
It was a quick exchange.
I guess I'm probably not trying to intimidate her.
No.
As I'm
You
kind
could.
of like
That's a 7.
watching, sort of What's like her body language? Like, does she look annoyed? Does she look kind of intrigued?
Lackadaisical.
Okay. That tells me so much.
Lazy.
Relaxed.
At rest.
7.
7. Kind of looks you up and down with a critical eye. Maybe. But I'm busy today. Find me some other time if you're around by then. Flashes you another smile and whips off again.
Oh, okay.
Headed south.
I will keep following her.
I would look at you and like nod my head or like communicate to you to come back. Would you turn and look at me? Like would Zach like look around to Zai to see like, oh, what do I do now? Or would you just
Yeah, I probably would. I'd be like, and like start to follow. Like maybe if I prove that I'm a bad tracker by like following her poorly, she'll relent and
There you go.
and talk to me.
It's
So
a strategy.
You're following her?
Amazing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to like make
Just
a show
poorly
of
follow.
like sidling behind people, but I'm like too big to hide, or trying to like walk quietly, but I have big boots on and like.
You immediately tell
Okay,
it.
did you communicate with Zaya
Oh.
like that you're going to do a thing, like it's okay, trust me, or did you just
Maybe when you tell me to come back, I'll be like, I'm gonna signal with my hands. Like,
Got it.
okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, I would have just
Then I'm gonna like do an intentionally bad job. At
Okay, what is
tailing.
Zai doing while Zach is
You're
off
pretty stealthy, aren't you?
following?
No.
Oh, okay.
Actually, for this, learning from, I had this thought a while ago, but what I should have done was take off my armor when we were tracking Convoy. I would have learned that lesson the hard way and
Okay.
taken off my medium armor.
Yeah,
for this
retroactively
job.
before you
So,
came down. Okay.
I didn't say that, but I did have that thought.
Do you have a set of light armor?
No.
Okay. Well, I'd say buy some, but
We do have some in our inventory that we haven't sold off yet.
you do? What do you have?
Looted, I want to say we had
Pretty sure.
leather and studded leather off of some of the eyeless.
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure they had some. You can
I
add some
want to
studded
try
leather.
that out.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Okay.
We'll get to that if we need to get to that. Go ahead and make a stealth check if you're following at a distance behind the flubbed stealth of
The goal is to fail the stealth check, right?
No, maybe for Zai to succeed.
Oh.
For me to, I'm trying to fail.
Eight.
you Zach,
Still real stealthy.
as you are doing your best performance of a bumbling tracker, you do see that she takes notice of you and pays very little attention to your following at this point. Zai, you see that you are also clocked further back.
Cool.
She makes her way into the Bear's Maw, the southern district where you guys entered, to the
The Bear's Mall,
Maw.
a different shopping zone.
Yeah, the mall. Yeah, to a hall that you are somewhat familiar with. It was the one where some of these like rough and tumble characters were coming in and out of. You would assume that this is the Pursuer's Hall. She circles around the side and comes to a small shed. Standing in front of said shed is a familiar face, a half elf with deep green skin, the shorn hair, the missing tusk. You heard him referred to as Hesh when he brought you in to the city with Falosh. She mutters something to him and he lets her through the door. He stands back in front of the door and it closes with a thump.
Okay, so she doesn't care that we saw her go in there.
No.
Does homeboy see us? Does
She don't care about nothing.
Yeah, as she like mutters and walks in the door, you see him look in the direction that you guys are obviously
Okay.
at.
Would you try to go in or would you wait for me to catch up?
I believe in you. Make the right choice.
And he said, wait for you. It's like if he, clearly looked at me and then like probably would also see you
Mm-hmm.
not far behind since we're both bumbling get babies.
You guys catch up to one another. Hesh is kind of eyeing you,
I'll just like nod at him, like I'm not like
kind of scratches his head,
What's up, bro?
waves.
He waves at us.
I know, just like a half-hearted, like,
Oh, hello, Hesh.
what do you want?
Oh, well,
What are you guys doing today as the pursuers?
Just spits in response. What's your passive perception? I know Molly's is 10. Yeah.
They're all 10. They're always
13.
13. You hear muffled screams from behind the door, Zai.
Okay, look. We have been away from our home for a while. We had talked earlier today about coming to see if maybe we could get like a little sparring or a little action, or just, we talked about learning from you and your skills. We don't have anything else to do in this town while we wait for the council to make their decision on whether they should kill us or not. So if we're going to die soon, maybe we could like have a little bit of fun before?
Persuasion check.
I didn't technically lie about anything.
That's why I said persuasion, not deception.
This is the one.
Ooh, 18 plus 4, 22.
Kind of scratches his head again. Tell you what, why don't you come on inside? You can get a first-hand look at what we're up to today.
Go in, children.
But before we get to that, Visa and Mert, you guys are headed up to the temple complex, is that correct? Up to Houndstooth? And to Kenai Temple once again?
Yes.
Okay. You are greeted by a small breakfast.
First, before we get there, scoping out the building and its layout, is there just the one door? Is it like propped on a hill? There's no like
You circle
exposure?
around, there's no
Okay.
other
You just see the
obvious
tree.
sets of entrance. Go ahead and make a perception check, or investigation, actually.
Like inside the tree looking for other entrances.
No, outside the tree. Looking for other entrances.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Can I go and roll?
18.
Okay.
Man, this one's rolling hot. 17.
You guys do find a small side door carved into one of the kind of root trunk extensions where the root is kind of above the earth, going up into the trunk. So you can kind of walk up to that, and there's a small little door.
Okay, that looks like it would like enter higher up into the building.
No, when you guys enter the building, it's kind of on an incline into the main hall. So it would likely be first level.
First level. Cool. Alright, cool. Then we can just go in.
Through the side door or the front door?
Through the front door.
Okay.
The one
You guys-
we're allowed to go.
You guys make your way in easily enough. There's a small breakfast. There are priests there. You do see some early morning trappers with squirrels and rabbits who have come to make offerings to their god.
The whole time, I'm looking for other exits from the main chamber.
There are those two doors in the back room that's it. That lead to one on the right, leads to that hallway. The one on the left, you're not certain of.
Okay.
But you would correlate the one on the left to the side door. It's on that side.
Okay. Do I think there's enough room for there maybe being another hall, or do I think that just exits the temple?
Yeah, it's a massive tree.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if the positioning was like, that's another branch to explore.
Oh yeah, so this is the tree, front entrance, side entrance. Halls go back that way.
Cool.
So it's like half of it is hollowed out and split in half. and the rest leads further back in.
Well, I think just quietly with our breakfast, Visa would just post him out.
All right. What do you think? What do you think's our play? Well, I was thinking about just walking into the door, and if they tell us not to, then we know we gotta sneak. That's very brazen of you, but it might work. I'm capable of, well, becoming quite minute. What's that word mean? Oh, I can get very small and hard to notice. Like smaller than me, or just? Do you remember that caterpillar I turned into? Oh, ooh, you should do that. So, if you're discovered in that hallway, I could be hanging out on maybe your shoe or something. Yeah, that sounds great. Pop off if you have to turn around. That sounds excellent.
You
I
Into a
think,
caterpillar?
yeah, if we're not really noticed by anything else, do I catch any other insects in the tree?
Sure, you can spend some time looking around. There are termite tracks, there are ants,
Sick.
flies.
Fly it is.
Okay.
I would love to blend in.
Yeah, easy enough.
No giant caterpillar.
Okay. You're just walking with purpose?
Yeah, just walking with purpose.
Go ahead and make a performance check for me.
Cool. Almost as if I belong there. That is a 21.
You are not stopped by anyone. You do see a couple of priests make eye contact with you, but you walk straight back like you're meant to be there, open the
Just
door,
a goblin who belongs in this giant tree.
and shut it. It is a miracle, but you are in. You are greeted with a small hallway with doors on either side. As you continue down, at the end of the hallway, it kind of wraps and curves along with the back of the tree, and you're greeted with a double staircase down, a staircase from another hall on the other side, and a staircase at your end that then leads to, it's like a T shape where it leads further down.
Going down.
Retro, before Visa turned into the fly, he would have told Mert that they won't be able to communicate once he's a fly, and so if he's caught, just to self-preserve, don't risk yourself, and don't worry about keeping up with me.
Sure. Are you attempting to move stealthily, or are you still acting like you're supposed to be here?
I feel like I'm supposed to be here. Like, as far as Mert's concerned, there's no reason to act stealthily until there is a reason.
Sort of like going into the restricted section.
Yeah.
Just
give
better
it
ask
fast.
for forgiveness than permission.
You head down these stairs. The light becomes less and less strong, but is replaced by kind of a blue-green glowing flame ensconces along the walls as you continue down, and eventually come to a small landing, a circular room carved through roots, and you see several large offshoot hallways, all carved of roots, all lit by the same blue-green flames of these wall torches.
Is there does it seem like there's a specific purpose for this room, or is it just like
It is a foyer.
it's a little foyer? How many, I guess, little individual hallways are down there?
There are 4 sizable hallways, branching in different directions, not specific like cardinal directions, but more random, more organic. And they do have a steep decline as they are roots.
I'm gonna start with the one immediately to my left.
Okay. You said immediately to your left.
What little Mert knows of writing, it goes from left to right.
Visa's gonna begin following near the ceiling.
Okay. Funnily enough, there's nothing really down this hallway as you're continuing down. There are no side doors. You do see branches of kind of small tunnels go off every now and then, but they look to hold like kind of cloisters or nooks, nothing overly important. Eventually you come to a piece of root that's not carved out, not hollowed out, with a small door set into it.
Just gonna open the door.
Okay. Didn't check for traps yet. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. As you open the door, we're gonna cut to Yaz crew. Ori and Leaf, what are we doing? I can't hear you, Hayden.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, good. You were muted.
It's because I was coughing a second ago. We're going through our very well-crafted and thought-out plan. Is what we're doing, obviously.
Which is?
I guess we're just heading towards whatever estate was outside the city.
Okay, so you're
Best
headed
we can tell
northwest.
the direction he was going.
Okay. Go ahead and as you start to exit the more civilized, lived-in spaces of this city up into kind of the foothills of the Hagrinish Hills, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Both of
That's
us?
interesting.
Yeah, if you guys are both trying to kind of track down any
Sure.
footprints or worn trails, you're in nature once again.
Okay. 17.
Okay.
Oh, 16.
Okay, easily enough. This 6'8" half orc is pretty trackable. Large footprints in the dusty road. You see a kind of a worn path where he's definitely walked, and you're able to come about 30 minutes northwest, nestled in the hills, to the exterior of a walled manor house.
I'd like to ask, from our rolls, are we able to extrapolate if his tracks there or out are freshest?
17 and 16? Yeah, it looks like he's came this way more recently than he's left.
Okay. It's reasonable, I guess, to assume that he's still in there. That's not foreseen, but I think we can make it work.
You think we can make it work? He's
Okay,
in
so
there?
Here's what I'm thinking. Well, first, we don't really know if he's got guards in there or if he's kind of all on his own. I think if I can get you in there, are you still like decked out in the heaviest imaginable armor for this, by the way?
She wears medium armor, but
Okay.
the type of armor she has, it's scale mail, so she does get disadvantage in stealth checks. So
Okay.
stealthing is not something she's good.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I was thinking more like him not being around.
Y'all can make a
Well-
perception check too as well if you want to gain any details of what's going on in the manor.
Just like looking in.
Yeah,
make a perception.
just trying to get a sense of the situation. If you want to kind of stay hover at the perimeter maybe, but not get close enough to be spotted yourself.
That seems good. I
Okay.
rolled a 5.
Okay.
Perception? Not great. Where are you? 11.
11 and a 5. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you spot 2 or 3 guards kind of patrolling the hall. It's a wrought iron fence. It's not like anything super impregnable. You can see through it. You just see a few guards milling about. Nothing more detailed than that.
All right, this is a bit more challenging than I'd hoped it would be, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's nothing we can't handle. We just might have to take a bit of a different approach than we had thought of.
Okay.
Oh, what do you think about trying to get ourselves admitted on business?
That could be something.
Okay.
What kind of business though?
Well,
maybe we could talk about opening up some kind of supply line between him and the outside world.
Oh yeah,
That seems like so. I could probably make something like that
we
work.
could probably talk it out.
Yeah. Okay. So, you've got quite a technical acumen going there.
Mhm.
We might be able to do some convincing that you've got some kind of a workshop or some such.
I do actually have a workshop.
Oh, is it in the Mick?
No, kind of. I can use my magic to make just like a workstation happen.
Oh, that'd be good for proof of concept here, I think.
Absolutely, but I just have to, know the plan.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. We're talking about how we're new in town. Our plan is to try and make good with the populace, of course. And one of the best ways I can imagine to do that is by helping establish new business for these folk.
Okay.
And for Yaz in particular, who seems to have the heftiest investment.
Okay.
We get inside, and then we can see about poking around if we can. Maybe you got the keen eye here. Maybe I can do enough distraction on the matter for you to be able to.
Sure. But I'm gonna go back a second. What kind of business? Like, I can make things, but it's not like a big workshop. It's like an Ori-sized workshop.
Or maybe we tell him that we're trying to get a larger scale workshop going so we can ship some of your fine goods from
Cool.
the outside back on in here.
Okay. I can do a little bit of a lot of things. So maybe we can talk and see like what kind of goods they're looking for. If they're
that's
looking
good.
for goods. Because I can make art and like jewelry, but I can also do like leather stuff and tinkering things, and I can weave things like for like ornamentation and make tools and all sorts of stuff. But with just me, that wouldn't be a whole lot.
Sure. So
but
what we'll
I can maybe put on a little demo, maybe if needed.
Okay, so we'll just keep a keen ear out for what he's interested in.
Sure.
Sounds like you can cover some bases. And if we need to do a little bit of finagling in there and some convincing towards a specific thing,
Yeah.
I think I can get him there.
So
All right.
if you want to like start the convo out, I can, be a little persuasive here and there too, but I think you have some really good ideas and can talk to people better than I can. But I'm also like, I think sometimes people get cheery around me because I'm so excited about stuff, especially making things. So this may be a great idea.
That's right. You are the likable sort. Yeah, I think this is gonna work.
Okay, let's go.
As you guys start to head towards the manor, you are spotted by the lead guard, and there's a sharp whistle that rings out. Both the other guards, you can tell, who are kind of patrolling, circle back and into the manor. And the lead guard starts to walk toward the front gate. You approach and see this larger half-orc figure wielding a spear and a shield, and what looks to be kind of thicker scale mail of matte black gloss, or not gloss, lack of gloss. It's matte.
Matt Floss.
Matte gloss. It's a fantasy thing.
I got some of that lip gloss.
But yes, matte scale armor kind of regards you with a questioning eye.
Or do you want to kick it off, or do you want me to kick it off?
Oh, I told you to.
Okay. Well, howdy there, gentlemen.
Howdy.
As you may have noticed or heard of me, me and my companion here are new in town, and we were pointed this direction as a place to, well, good kicking off point to talk business.
Yeah, we've been made aware of you. Master Yaz thought some of you might be around.
Who's that now? Has he made contact with any others?
Look, I'll just give his words rather than my own. He said that if you're thick enough to keep coming, he will seek out that little goblin and eat it.
Oh my God!
Seeing as you are thick enough, seems like you're gonna be eating good tonight.
No.
I can't believe that I cannot believe that we've been off on such the wrong foot right here.
We have something
We
that we think you may be interested in.
Make a persuasion check.
Both of us?
Just Ori.
I believe.
Help?
You can have advantage.
Okay.
I'm helping, if
Well,
nothing else.
That's a natural one.
Okay.
Help!
Oh my gosh. 16?
That's not bad.
Regards you a little bit curiously.
That's really good.
What you got?
Leaf?
Well, like I said, we were here on business, and again, I'm so sorry that others who traveled in with us, granted no affiliation, realistically, have soured our relations so far. But my friend here has a particular skill set, and we've been hoping to share some of her inventions and offerings from the outside world, perhaps open up a bit of a working relationship with the master of the manor here.
That could right work. We'll need an upfront payment in case things go sour on the business side, of course.
Well, I'm not
Like-
permitted to use these tokens.
No, gold will work fine. We can make
Oh,
use
now
of
they
that.
use gold.
Oh no, it's like a trade commodity for making jewelry and stuff. They're not using gold for gold. It's gonna be melted down.
Like the rest of the gold that's not ever used for anything or melted down.
Is he asking for a bribe or is he like taking money on Yaz's behalf?
You have no idea.
Well, you're talking about like giving you money right now?
Yeah, it's an investment on our part in terms of resources.
Well, hold on. I can also help I can find things and negotiate stuff and whatnot. Hold on. Just a second.
Looks around, waiting.
What's happening?
You don't even know what I can do yet. You're just telling us to pay you to talk about it?
No, and if we're gonna do business, I'm saying if we do business.
Well, then I asked if you meant like us pay you right now, and you said yes.
If a deal is made,
There
Right
we
now.
go. Okay.
then yes, it is a risk on our end as markets are volatile.
This is just a
Who is
door
this
guard?
person?
Okay.
Like,
Who are you?
That's a need to know basis.
Okay. All right. Well, are you the one that can make decisions around here?
Yes, is my daddy.
Oh.
all
Okay.
right, that's good.
That wasn't actually an answer.
Yeah,
Are you one that can make decisions around here?
certainly.
Sure. Can I make an insight check?
Sure you can.
Go
ahead and roll insight.
You roll insight, Tyler.
Yeah, don't you?
Oh, what's your modifier?
My wisdom modifier is +2.
Go with
Or
20
insight.
dice. Plus 2?
Mhm.
Soft 20 on your part. I'm just gonna say it because it's really high. Yeah, he's definitely talking out of his butt.
Yeah, I figured.
He just wants to get paid.
Is that information that is... Oh, why didn't I think... I'm going to establish a psychic link between us right now, because we could have used that this whole time.
Yep.
I'm going to see Ori appraising the matter and say, well, is he telling the truth?
So do we have a deal? As you're looking around.
Yeah, she's like looking around,
It's you.
trying to find the voice. in her head.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's not. Not at all. He's
Look,
talked about it.
I'm gonna put a little pressure on this one now. Look, frankly, we've met your, I'm gonna do air quotes, we've met your daddy, and I gotta be honest, the familiar, wait, when you say that he's talking out of his butt, that
He's not lying
his
about.
dad.
He's not lying about being the son of.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so that part's
Just that
true.
he actually has pull.
That's
He
not what
has
talking
zero
out of his
pull.
butt means.
to the matter.
Seems like Yaz has a lot of children.
He just wants money.
Okay.
He just wants to get
But
paid in this
it
matter.
is his son. Alright. Look,
One of many.
the familial resemblance is quite strong, clearly.
Thank you.
But I do think that me and you both know that you probably don't have that kind of pull with your daddy, seeing as he's quite a busy man. And I really do think that somebody like that would hate to hear that some fella out front of his manor turned his daddy down on a pretty good opportunity, all things considered. We're talking about working at a bit of a loss just to make good in this city. And boy, I'd hate to be the one to bear that news to Yaz that this opportunity was denied him on the basis of, what's probably a misunderstanding.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check for me.
In a what check?
Intimidation. Sorry.
Can I assist him in his
Intimidation.
You didn't do anything on that one.
I will not make that check on this podcast.
Intimidation. I mean, unless you guys are rival.
23.
Wow. You see a little bit of the color draining out of his face as you mention his dad being a little upset.
Look, he's on business right now. Come back around dark, and we'll see what we can do.
I look at Ori with oh yeah, we can talk in our heads. That sound good to you?
I mean, I don't understand how we're gonna get in there and find things by just having a meeting with him.
Well, it sounds like we got an invitation indoors. I think maybe we can figure the rest out when we get in there.
Oh.
It'll be tough, but we're better than not getting in at all.
Sure. Okay. I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Or well, I guess we can agree to the meeting. Right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. We can do that. I do have one question which will help in business negotiations. What kind of goods do you think your dad would like? I can do a lot of stuff, and knowing a few things to show him may help.
Daddy likes fine silk and crude iron.
What a line.
Can that be the name of this episode?
Fine silk and crude iron. Could be a good one.
No. Legs.
No.
Bring your best of both.
Oh, okay.
I hate this guy. Alright, sounds reasonable. We could probably make something work there.
I don't have silk leaf
Is that in his head?
in his head.
Yeah.
We got iron.
Yes.
We can talk up this. We only need to have one of those things. We can talk up the silk as though it's something we got back on the other side.
But crude iron is just for trade. Like, what?
You can insinuate he means weaponry.
Yeah, maybe make him a cool sword or something like that.
Well, I can show him what I've made. and
That's good. Yeah.
I can probably.
Y'all feel free to leave. Y'all just been standing there a while.
Yeah.
We're
Cool. Sounds good. You said at night,
Round dark.
around dark. Okay.
He got business to attend to right now, so he gonna be busy. After dinner.
After dinner.
Well, I appreciate your time. Snapped his finger at the guy. Try and get his name.
Piss off.
Well, I
That's a
appreciate your
weird
time,
name.
I appreciate your time, Mr. Piss. I'll be seeing you, I suppose, later this evening.
A small twitch of a smile at your little jest and starts to walk back towards the manor.
Can't. On our way out.
Bye, Pissy.
Stops, looks back, rolls his eyes,
And she's
continues on his
just
way.
cackling.
Love that.
Ori's head, he just says, just a little too much.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, it was pretty good though. Cause I cannot stand people born with a silver spoon in their mouth like that. Oh.
As you guys are walking back, let's cut back to the Gith twins.
We can just not.
What's happening inside?
Should we end our episode here and then go back to the Gift
Yeah,
Twins?
why don't we do that? Let's do that.
No!
Do we want to end or do we want to go a little bit longer?
I guess we should probably end.
Yeah, we should probably end.
Tune in next time.
Sorry,
Tune in next
listeners.
time to figure out what's happening behind all of the doors.
Molly gonna barf into her wine glass about whatever is happening
Good
behind this
stuff.
door.
Good stuff.
Oh,
See you next time. Bye.